streaming with Fury. Welcome to Watermelon Eating. Watermelon's so wet and juicy. It holds so many nutritional values and daily things that you need in your body.
Bro, stop scheduling this shit when I'm not at home. How was I supposed to know you're not gonna be at home? Yeah, Izzy, Nitro's not at home either. Just suck it up. Suck it up. And anyway, Jericho and Bob recommended this time. And I had it open, so I just took it. But here we are, wet on wet. Big Dreams versus Doug Esports. Last time Bob was on this channel, he was pretty irate that the other team, the team he was playing against, maybe they were throwing. I don't believe them to have done such a thing, but Hyper has a shot here. He hops over 50 with Buttons and Bob, and Jericho is gonna take it out from front post. Hyper split it in with his Octane as Buttons and Jericho trying to get something going. Here's Hyper over to the other side of the field, tries to get it to his captain. Hyper, one more backboard. Buttons flips around, can't get to it. That'll cost him a goal. Doug Esports strikes first.
Can I get a oh yeah?
I'm using Bluetooth earbuds to Discord and watch the cast. That's commitment, Nitro. That's commitment. Doug Esports takes the lead. Jericho tries to isolate Hyper with great defense as he gets to the back corner. Pops to the other side. Bob almost lets it go, beats the cat, and here's Jericho up the wall. Back, he loses possession. That might cost him, but his teammate is there. Buttons takes it all the way to the other side of the field, and Bob with a big dunk. Big Dreams trying to recover, and they do so. Got themselves some breathing room to work with. Here's the 50. Buttons the cat trying to line up a shot, and Bob gets in the way just enough. And I think this is Octane versus Fennec. It sure is. Big Dreams stunning the Fennecs, and Doug Esports sticking with the Octanes. What up, Aspen? Bob sends it over to Buttons. Buttons driving in and can't even get it to front post, as Bob and Hyper were ready for just about anything. Doug Esports does have the lead here, a 1-goal lead. Here's Buttons the cat. Let's see what he come out. He goes up, chasing his pass, drops it down to his captain, but Hyper cuts it off, reads it the whole way. He's going for the pinch, and it's back to Jericho. Jericho and Bob. Bob shadows for a second and dives back into the play, and that's the tying score. Buttons the cat.
También se prepara Esteban Granero, el pirata, por cierto, las reacciones en el banquillo.
¡Ojo a Cristiano! ¡Cristiano del área! ¡Sigue Cristiano! ¡Gol!
And that will put it to scale 1-1 here. Almost 2 minutes left. And Doug Esports had that quick score at the beginning of the game and silence since. Few opportunities back into the field. Bob's out there. Buttons the Cat sends it. Bob can get back. Great recovery and save by him. Hyper lining up his offense. Gets the reset, unable to use it. Buttons the Cat drives into the play. Hyper with the full field rotation. Up in the midfield, Bob and Buttons go flying. They faked each other midair. Hyper is going to look to take his time. On the sidewall, drops it in, and Jericho looked like a goal-saving touch. I saw Bob. He was ready for the center. But due to some quick thinking by Jericho, it never got there. Jericho looks like an easy one in the save.
Outstanding.
Outside is net. Hyper showing hustle. And Bob on the other side in transition. Starts with the Hyper save right outside his net, and Bob matches that hustle, gets the other side, and scores a second goal for Doug Esports. Aspen, appreciate the follow. Here's Jericho. Almost got it past Hyper, but Hyper has been patient. I don't know how I wasn't following. Yeah, that's kind of weird. So Bob loses the 50 to Buttons and right in the net. So I go to compliment Hyper's patience, and we all end up looking a little silly. Jericho with a big win on the kickoff. No one there to take advantage. Bob cheating in, and Buttons gets it around, lines it up a little too high for Buttons. Jericho's there. He keeps it high.
Off the post!
And out of the corner. Let's see, they're still shooting high. Big Dreams might walk away from this one without a goal. Unfortunate for them, it looks like overtime. Hyper sends it away. Bob pre-jumps, keeps it high on the other end, and Hyper and it's saved.
Fight!
Great action in game one. Bob corrals it in his back corner. Jericho just rides up the wall looking to address anything, and he sees the opportunity to drive in.
It's the worst part of the game.
Hyper lays on the demo. First one of game one, and it's going to occur in overtime. Hyper looking for an advantage. Patience betrays him there. Bob back into the field. Buttons the Cat might be able to shoot, but he's not positioned for it. Here's Buttons. Almost gets into the reset. Jericho has the shot, and Bob bounces back into the ball and takes away the shooting lane. Here's Buttons the Cat. Big Dreams make up for that lost opportunity at the end of regulation. And they take game one, best of 5 tonight. Playoffs coming soon. But at least for the next few weeks, it is going to be best of 5 still. Buttons the Cat, the hat trick for him. All 3 goals for his team are on his stats. 2 saves for him as well. Great showing. We get ready for game number 2. Big Brain Bob leading the charge for Doug Esports with 2 goals of his own. And now Bob will win on the kickoff. Buttons was ready for a back left, but Bob beat him to it. Hyper, a wide shot, couldn't follow it up for a double. And Jericho eats a Eats a bump from behind as Hyper dunks. It's rolling. Going to the blue goal. Jericho is there. 100 boost for him. He's got to make this touch here. Not the greatest. Buttons bails him out. Hyper. Driving in. Buttons. Touches. Bob, look at the shadow. Look at the read. Hyper a little too far back to help with the play, as is Jericho. But you can see from his body language he was thinking about coming in. But the ball is going to roll up the back blue wall. Centering there. Buttons going to wait for it. He doesn't see a shooter. And he's going to take it out from his back corner. Bob goes up. 50. Ceiling. Buttons and Cat goes wide. The shot. Hyper with the catch. Gets it in and a save.
Outstanding.
Buttons the Cat. So those of you just joining, 2 watermelon eating time teams for some Saturday night shenanigans. First game belongs to Big Dreams. Both teams at 2-2. It's trying to turn their season around. I think everyone makes playoffs in this division.
Brutality.
And there is Hyper and Bob. They tease the bumps and demo plays in game 1. Bob.
What you doing, Tanner?
Just knocks into the defender. Doug Esports leads by 1. They had a lead in game 1 as well, but relinquished it late. Bob trying to line up, trying to tack on, and he'll do just that. Here comes Bob. Shrimp Zook, appreciate the love, sir. Appreciate you stopping by as well. I know a man of your stature has better things to do on a Saturday. As is everyone in the chat. I know we got some sexy beasts in the chat. You guys don't have to be here. Pops up. His Big Dreams finds themselves on defense one more time. Trying to address it. Hyper gets caught up in the corner. He gets bumped. Leaves Bob by himself. And gets to front post. Buttons lays on a demo of his own. But Hyper fends off the 2v1. When I first met Hyper, he was actually in a quarterfinals matchup successfully 2v1ing as his partner was disconnecting from the game, and that's how I met Hyper. And I don't know if he likes 2v1s, but he definitely is comfortable in the situations and knows how to handle himself. It was a while ago. Buttons can't get to it. Drops it down. And the pinch from Doug Esports goes to the corner. Jericho has to handle the piping hot shot. Jericho down the field. Gets 100 boost. Good starve. Solid pass, but Bob sends it the other way. Buttons stays with it. 100 boost for him. Goes to the corner. Doubles. Jericho with a shot and Bob with the save. It's going the other way. And Shrimp is here for his Boosack brother, Large Cranium Roberts. That might get added in the wet server, if I'm being honest. Here's Bob. Drops it down. Jericho tries to go for the catch, but he loses the would-be possession. Buttons needs another touch. Jericho looking for a bump. And they missed it. They missed the mark. I think he put his faith in Buttons the Cat to line up the aerial touch. Bob with a quick center for Hyper. A little too fast. Buttons drops it down. Lays a demo.
I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
And Hyper reads the wall read very well. As Bob, 30 seconds in, trying to nurse it, goes for a musty, looks all right, and Jericho says no way. Pass. Infield a little wide from Buttons the Cat. Buttons the Cat and Big Dreams were on the channel last week. And Buttons had a good night, but was struggling with some off the mark shots. Hyper might get goal number 3. Bob backflips on the fake, and the series is tied 1-1. Anybody's ball game. Actually, Bob does that musty off the wall so consistently. I think outside of six mans, it's been a while since I've seen him play. But yeah, he did he did that with ease. And now Bob is our MVP. 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 save, just keeping it clean across the board as everyone is ready for game number 3. Who's going to take control here? All right, and we're chilling here tonight. 2 wet teams. Let's have some fun. Let's go with the face cam here. There's Jericho backflipping, rocking his padded antlers is Jericho. He's driving in. Bob blindsides him. That looked like one of those angles where you're dribbling the ball but you can't see over it, so someone just kind of jump scares you on the challenge. As again, Big Dreams tries to set up that. What is that? That's a kind of infield outlet pass, air carry. But anyway, it's been well scouted by Doug Esports so far. They might have to be a little faster on it to have success. Here's Jericho going the other way. Tries to keep possession. Bob reads it the whole way. Another demo.
Get him a body bag. Yeah.
Robert on the receiving end there. Still tied with a little under 4 minutes to go. Bob sends a shot. Looks good. Button says no. Nice nimble play from the Cat. Jericho pops it up, beats the defender. He's got one more. It's Bob on the back wall, and not what Jericho wanted. He could have gone pass, shot, at least a pop over Bob. Not able to get to it. JT wants the IGL command. There you go, sir. And Buttons the Cat tending to the chat.
Encara Messi, 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 gol, 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 gol.
How do you like that? And Big Dreams strikes first, so they won game 1, but it was a comeback victory. Let's see if Big Dreams is in a more of a comfortable spot here with the lead. I am a true believer in thinking it is so much easier to play defense, play with the lead. But we'll see. Doug Esports has gotten the better of Big Dreams a few times this series. And here's another occurrence as that one is going to bounce harmlessly in. Harmlessly if you're a Doug Esports fan.
That's what you call pulling it back and letting it go, PJ.
So 1-1 here. There's that sexy beast. Thank you, buddy system. You wait until I turn the camera on to make me blush. Hold on, that one is just in. Jericho from across the field. Hyper.
I wouldn't venture out there, fellas. This sniper's got talent.
Drops it down. Jericho pulls out the scope and tacks on goal number 2. 3 minutes to go now. Bob sends it to the back corner. Buttons, not a great touch for him. Doesn't get possession. Hyper comes up on the 50. And I think Bob might have got smoked in the back. He's back in. Revived, back in the play. He wants to score it alone, and Bob shows us his handles. Doesn't want to pass it. 2-2, and this might be close all the way through. Neither team flinching, neither team backing down. should be entertaining throughout the series, as Hyper doesn't make a touch but does enough to discourage any challenges. Buttons caught out of position. Hyper stops it. Has a few options here, but Buttons isn't waiting to find out which one he chooses. And now Jericho and Bob are going to start dueling in this back corner. There's a demo. Buttons tries to line it up, keeps it wide. Just trying to keep pressure any way that he can. Here comes a one hop from Jericho. Another 50. And Hyper looking to get stuff going here. The lone dribble. Floating over. And that's just in once more. Buttons the cat this time scoring. Let's break it down here. It goes through Hyper. Buttons the cat is only there in case Hyper doesn't hit it. If Hyper hits it, I'm not sure what transpires, but Big Dreams able to capitalize. Jericho looking for goal number 4, lines it up. Bob gets in the way. Buttons, good shot against the post, and Bob's going the other way, but down the field, Jericho by himself on defense. Looks like he has some time here off the back wall, carrying it down. Bob waiting for him, and he'll get some boost. Pops up to himself. Good pass there, and Hyper nowhere around. Jericho on defense instead, trying to score in transition. Ticking down to the minute mark. Down to the ground. Here comes Bob once more out of his own corner. Buttons the cat, 50. Buttons and Hyper keep getting locked up in these 50 situations. Jericho might pay for that one. Buttons bid on the play. It's going in, and Bob will make it look easy on the other side of the field. Back and forth we go. "48 seconds. Again, you see how evenly matched they are, despite the play style difference between both teams. Buttons corrals it outside his net. Uses the room he has to dribble, and it's Hyper and Jericho. Gonna meet up in the corner. Jericho sends one right across Hyper's nose. I thought they were gonna meet. I'm not sure what Hyper was expecting. He pulls off on the challenge, and Jericho sends a spicy one right through the net. Half a minute to go here. Nitro Cloud's getting creative with the with the new emotes and the Sniper Classic. Hyper with the flip reset. He gets bested on defense, comes back and redeems himself completely.
Oh my god, he on X Games mode.
And flip resets right in front of Jericho to tie it up 4-4, 23 seconds, and that's gotta hurt for Big Dreams. You take the lead late with 30 seconds left. You think defense will set you free, but Hyper had other ideas. There's the demo. Jericho slowly waiting for it, and it's there. Now 10 seconds. Let's see what happens.
Would you look at that? Filthy. Absolutely filthy.
Nitro Cloud, always good for a Spaceballs reference. You idiot, I set up crosses, those, not up it. I might watch that tonight. That's a good one, Nitro. Big dunk, and that's just what you talk about late leads. 10 seconds is pretty late. Big Dreams up by 1 on the series. We're gonna keep on rolling here. Buttons the cat back in his MVP status. 687, 2 goals, 2 assists, 3 saves, and he is just a stat line stuffer, if you will. He broke 700 points in game 1, gets really close here in game number 3, and now Big Dreams is in match point. Perhaps they have Doug Esports right where they want him, as Hyper is a little slow to ready up. Bob and Hyper, they've mentioned the challenges of the season, really just getting around to not only playing Rocket League, but playing together, gaining that familiarity. They have been teammates for a while, but you know, the game could get away from you. Bob is having a undefeated season with his threes team, Busak Jr., and that changes things. Jericho on the back wall into the field as Buttons sends it down midfield. There's the demo.
You're not that guy, pal.
And no one will have a clear advantage after the raucous at the midfield. Bob sends it the other way. Buttons, it looked a little wide, but great save for him. That's that stat line stuffer. Hyper gets up to the backboard, challenged at the glass. Buttons sends one away. Bob gets to it so quick as Bob. I have seen Bob blossom from a very good tier 3 player to a very good tier 2 player. And really in a handful of game modes as well. He does threes, he does twos, he has done ones. Doesn't shy from it, and that's how you see how well-rounded his game is. And I think he'd admit he still struggles at times with rotations, but twos does give you that space to work with, and that's where you see him have the most success. So 0-0, almost a minute and a half past here. Bob and Jericho look at a duel. Bob loses it. Hyper by himself on a 2v1. Hyper gets past. Bob and Buttons fake each other. Woo!
Get him a body bag. Yeah.
And Bob will get smoked right as he gets 100 boost with the ball. And why not? And here's Bob. Giving as good as he's getting, but his teammate's not there. Buttons is running down. Gets behind the defense, and what did Buddy say? They held in the end, and Big Dreams is setting themselves up for a similar performance. 3 minutes left, but this is looking eerily similar to Game 3. And let's see how Doug Esports responds. Good things. That it looks like a style change from them. Bob like swan diving to get some demos going, but Hyper has these full field rotations, and those are just opposites. Those are just opposite ways to play the game. Hyper in the midfield, looking for the 1v1. There's the bump from Bob, and Hyper will sneak it in. And that is what works to tie it up. Hyper with some dribbles, footwork.
That was legitness.
And Bob just getting in the way enough. And we are tied halfway through game number 4. Doug Esports looking to force game 5. Hyper 50s. Buttons. Stops to the wall. Jericho to the corner. On the back wall, here comes Hyper. Out of his corner. Can't make that touch off the wall. Try to flip into it. Buttons with the redirect. And Hyper. Great job addressing the ball on the way at the midfield. Hyper is hot. he's underage, so I'll stay out of that one. Here's Buttons the cat. Gets double demos. And here's Bob. We know he likes to solo those situations, but he might have opted for a shallow pass. As here he is lined up again. Both defenders and Jericho will get the best of him. Dunks him. And Buttons the cat going the other way. Bob gonna have to play defense here, and no hesitation for Bob. A quick turn. He's back on offense. There's the pass, and Hyper again a little too far back, and And that's what stepping away from the game will do. It's really hard to diagnose those situations if you don't see them often. And Hyper does get better as the series goes on, and that one just gets through. Jericho with the easy touch in. A minute 3 seconds remaining. Buddy says so much destruction in this series, and that was the hardest shot of the game. But welcome, Fake the Wake. Good to have you. Good to see you. This is all love here. Both teams are watermelon eating time, wet esports. So it's all in good fun, super competitive. And let's see if Doug Esports can get themselves out of this hole they've dug. No pun intended. Death, destruction, chaos, and mayhem. Here's Bob. Goes up, tries to get over, and buttons the cat on the goal line. Sticks with it. The stat line stuffer himself. Tries to drive it through, and Bob has another save. Might be the last save of this series. A late lead for Big Dreams, and they're on offense. One more save from Hyper. Jericho eyeballing it. Hyper, he's dangerous on the wall. He's dangerous in the air, but it looks like he might have got bumped off of that one. Big Dreams gets the win. 3-1. Good series. Let's transition to the post-game interview. It'll be Jericho, I'm pretty sure. I didn't confirm with him. Some good inner org competition. There you go, buddy. Very well articulated. But GG's all around. Demos, mechanical outplays. Let me talk to Jerabot here. Jericho.
King Fury.
Oh man, hold on. Let me turn you down.
Oh,
okay.
Dang. Just too much vocal power from me.
Yeah. Tone it down. Fall back.
Okay.
What did everyone used to call you? I don't know if it was Buddy System or someone else or Wonder Bread, but they used to call you like Alfredo something.
Okay, so that was King Meow / Monsieur Pope, who used to call me Alfredo.
But what was the last name?
Riviera.
Alfredo right? Riviera. Yeah, Buddy remembers. I was trying to think of it the other day. I was hanging out with Coordinate, and he had no clue what the hell I was talking about. So
you were thinking about me, huh?
Always.
It's one time, and then you just never stopped thinking about me. Damn.
Technically, it was two, but who's counting? So what's happening? Is Buttons gonna drive down and watch the games with you tomorrow?
Yeah. We're going to a fucking pinball place tonight with our friends in Zoic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, over in West Seattle.
There you go, little pinball bar, little super spreader location.
Dude, I haven't played pinball in a long time. It's gonna be lit, dude. All right.
I don't think I'm really good at it. I was good at the Windows one, but I think everyone was good at, or either they were good at it or they felt they were good at it. So I don't really brag about that.
Back in the day, they used to call me the Flipper King.
The Flipper King.
They didn't actually. I just made that up.
Flipper King is dumb as hell. So congrats on the win tonight. 3-1. It was pretty even, all things considered. What did you see out there from them?
They're both like pretty mechanical players. Both of them were like pretty smart when they were with the ball. One thing that we did kind of note is that it seemed like they were just kind of going for solo plays outside of just like like the I lead block for somebody kind of thing, but everybody does that in twos. So we were just kind of like, okay, if we kind of like sit back, let one commit, and then just take advantage of that. Well, you saw the end result.
Right, yeah. Good win. Yeah, you take game 1, they take 2, and that must have been where you guys started to see how the series was trending and what they were comfortable doing and really what they want to do maybe in most of their matchups. And yeah, 3-1. They don't take another game after 2, and you guys find yourselves on the right side of 500, 3-2. Last week, very heartbreaking as you looked on from the sideline there, and it really just one game away from being 4-2. But I think this is one of those divisions where everyone gets into the playoffs. So like you were saying, you want to get yourself involved, Buttons involved, and then of course Vaughn come playoff time. That way everyone is familiar and there's not just a sudden shock of personnel.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, what comes down is just like Rocket League. You'll win games, you lose games. You win games in like really cool fashion. You lose games in like aggravating fashion. It's part of the game,
Yeah.
It's really not. It's like it does suck, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's not like I'm just like not like that. It's not a big deal.
All right, I'm definitely R, especially solo ranked. But But yeah, congrats. Good luck next week. Last week before playoffs, actually, it's upon us. Go ahead.
Actually, just shout out. We're playing our last game tomorrow because during the season, I think one of the teams we were playing dropped out, so IGL gave us a bye week. So we got that scheduled for tomorrow at 6:30.
Oh wow. Okay.
So we'll be wrapping up our season tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Nice little actual bye week, and then hopefully get into the playoffs with like a good little break vibe in it.
All right. So yeah, good luck tomorrow then. That'll be good. What time is Buttons going to your house tomorrow?
I don't know. We're gonna figure that out on the way over. The RLCS starts at 8, so if you want to come over whenever, please feel free. And the grand finals, I think, starts at 11. Just check Liquipedia just to be sure. If you want to come over at 9 or like give yourself extra time to sleep in.
Yeah. Well, I have a podcast episode to edit, so I might do that.
Yeah, just let
tomorrow
me know.
morning. Yeah. And then I'll head over.
Viewers. That's right, viewers. Fury's coming over for a hot date with me and Buttons. Be jealous.
Only because you guys won here. If it was a loss, no go.
It's down to the BDSM chambers.
So yeah, congrats. Anything else from you before we take off?
Is this like anything else shout outs or just anything else?
Anything else.
Okay, I'll do my shout outs. Shout outs to Doug Esports. It was fun to play against you guys. We actually had a really good time playing against you. Fellow Wet Organization, thank you for a good set. Shout outs to you, Caston. Shout outs to my teammates. Boosted Monkeys, what's up?
Hey. Where is Meow? I haven't seen him in forever.
I actually just I had ramen with him last night. He's doing good. He's just doing his thing. He's working a bunch, keeping busy.
Okay.
Just got back from camping actually.
King Meow.
I'll let him know you're thinking about him too, even though you're cheating
on me now. I think about all you guys.
Yeah.
That's it for shoutouts?
Yeah, I gotta go play pinball now.
All right.
Take a shower because I'm sweating like crazy.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Peace. Oh man, he hung up on me before I hung up. Sheesh. Ham fleshy as opposed to being bored playing them. Well, funny you mention it, Ham. I casted Bob and Hyper last week, Doug Esports, and they won, and Bob was like really tilted after the win because he thought the other team wasn't trying. So I have seen someone be bored and tilted while playing and winning. Never a dull moment here. But that's it. How many games does Oscar have tonight? But how you doing, Ham? Morning. Let me check the TV actually. Oh no, that's tomorrow. We got 2 games. A 4-2 cast for us. I don't know I don't know what you were trying to communicate there. So Vexum not quite live yet. Let me see what's up with the Pos Man. Let's give Mike 2 games we would like you to cast. Oh, well, yeah, DM me, man. Let me know. I have an interesting schedule coming up this week. But yeah, DM me. We'll get something situated.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf!
What is she doing? I never know what she's doing back there.